Hello, my name is Kevin. This is my first stream, so please be patient with me. I'm an amateur when it comes to streaming, just set it up the first time, and yeah, I just wanted to. Hello, my name is Kevin. I am currently migrating from console gaming to PC gaming, and so I'm ready to upgrade my 2009 PC to get it ready to play today's games. And so, not too long ago, I picked up this baby. It's a GeForce GTX 1060. Oh, I didn't show it very well. See? By MSI. It overclocks. I thought it was a pretty good deal, pretty good video card, especially right now when all the video cards are getting sold out because people are trying to mine Bitcoin or Ethereum. So anyways, I already installed that in my 2009 PC. So the next upgrade I'm planning to do is let me tell you first what I got in there. I have a AMD Phenom 2 processor, and so I'm going to update it to a much more modern processor. And there's a gigabyte motherboard as well. So I also like overclocking sometimes, so I have to get something that I can overclock. So let's see. First to reveal is I got the ASUS 970 Pro Gaming Aura, and this thing offers SATA 3 hard drive, 3.1 USB ports, faster memory support than my last motherboard, and it has a RGB LED lighting, and it has tons of features specific to gaming. And if we open it up, we can take a look and see what it looks like. So it looks like, let's see what I'll move this camera down so we can just take a little bit better look at this. So it looks like it comes with some stickers. Oh, these are labels, so you can label the cables. I wish I had these last time. Some cable ties. I'm sure they'll be used. Some cable connectors. Here's a connector shield. Color cameras. Oh, here we go. One of my favorite parts. It comes with an instruction manual. Okay, so now it has a protective bag on here to protect it from static. So look at that. Look at that. See, it has nice size heat sinks on here for the bridges. It's beautiful. Can't wait to try it out. Okay, and this looks like it's for either the gaming ports or the USB 3.1. Okay, there's a SATA connectors over here on the other side. Looks good. All right, so next. Boy, I'm so glad there's no dogs in here. This is the processor I got. This is the FX 8350, and this happens to be the world record processor as far as overclocking goes. And so if I just look at my little cheat sheet here, see what it was overclocked at. It was overclocked at 8,794 megahertz or 8.79 gigahertz by Andre Yang. And I picked this up on Newegg for only $100. It came as a combo deal with this other motherboard. This other motherboard is only $100 too. This is some pretty, it's not cutting edge. It's not current generation hardware, but it's still kind of top of the line as far as the last generation goes. So let's go ahead and unbox this. All right. So let's see what I got. Oh, in case I need it. I'll just do a nice clean cut right here. That, bam. All right, and there's probably going to be a heat sink in here that I'll never use. Does anybody want it? Oh, here's the processor, the one we really care about. It looks just like any other processor, but you know what? I'm sure that when I do benchmarking, which I might post that later if I get followers on here, I'm sure it's going to get better at benchmarking. My PC scored pretty decent, pretty good for the frames per second benchmark. On two benchmarks I used, it did not score very well on the physics test, and I think that this processor, I'm upgrading from a 4-core to an 8-core processor, and this one's going to have a much higher clock speed, and so I'll probably definitely overclock this a little bit. It says you can achieve up to 5 gigahertz on all 8 cores. Not bad. Let's look at the heat sink. This is probably the only time, folks, this is the only time I'll probably ever see this thing. Boring. See, it's just a brick-shaped kind. Oh, it has tubes at least. I usually use the heat sinks that won't fit in normal gaming cases. I use the one that has the long tubes and it has a larger fan on it. I don't know, this could prove to be useful. Oh, it looks like it might have, yeah, it already has a thermal paste on there. Don't pick at that. It's not a sticker. So I'm gonna put that back in here. All right, so we did the reveal pretty early and didn't really talk too much. Let's see. Let's go over some other hardware that's on my current build. I said I built in 2009, but I failed to mention that I updated the standard hard drive with the physical moving disk. I upgraded that to an SSD. Kept the other hard drive. Upgraded a very small underpowered 4 gigs to 16 gigs. It's Corsair Vengeance 1600 RAM. I think I want to try overclocking that a little bit. The clock speed is a 9 if I recall correctly, so I should have some room to overclock. I already said I had the AMD Phenom 2X4 955 Black Edition processor. By the way, in case you're new to PC hardware or AMD chips, Black Edition means it's unlocked. You're allowed to overclock it. From what I've read, there's still ways to overclock a locked processor, but Black Edition is going to give you more options for overclocking. See, the motherboard I'm replacing is a Gigabyte 790X. That was the AM3 platform. This new motherboard's AM3 Plus platform. And so from what I gathered, there were some benefits with updating to the newer chipset. And so let me see where I notated that at. So it has a faster serial link of 3400 kilohertz from the CPU to the power controller compared to 400 kilohertz. So I saw that number, 400 kilohertz to 3400 kilohertz, seems like a pretty big jump. So hopefully the benchmarks reveal an improvement besides just the clock speed increase. And let's see, we got improved power regulation and power quality specifications. To me, that sounds very good when it comes to overclocking. When I look at people talking about overclocking on Tom's hardware, a lot of them were a little finicky whenever their power levels were fluctuating, and so I'm just kind of presuming that the AM3 Plus platform is going to be better for overclocking. So the old my old hard drive SATA connection was 3 gigabits per second. The new one is 6 gigabits per second. We already talked about the RGB lighting. I just think that's so cool. Some of my other technology has LED lighting. Pretty soon everything's going to have LED lighting. Okay, even my toilet's going to have LED lighting. We'll see. I don't know. There's some other features on the motherboard I didn't really go over. There's Supreme FX sound. It looked like this might have some high quality sound to it. Back in the old days, for good sound, you had to buy a good sound card, but now they're building good sound onto the motherboard, and I would not overlook at this because I'm really into music, and I think that good sound quality can enhance movies, it can enhance games. I mean, we see first and we hear second when it comes to gaming, so I think that could be overlooked. It says there's a 300 ohm headphone amplifier, so I'm real excited to try it out with some headphones and see if I get better sound quality. There's Crossfire and SLI support. I think on my old board there was only Crossfire support on it. Gigabyte RAM by Intel. I think that's a trusted brand. Sonic Radar 2. This is a little new to me, but I looked into it. And this is technology by ASUS on their motherboard that makes your gaming a lot more powerful. So first of all, Sonic Radar 2 shows the position of your enemies based on key sounds. It visually shows where they are. It's almost like you have a little sonar radar that shows you where they are, and you may be playing something that doesn't have any such feature at all. You know, kind of like if you play Call of Duty in hardcore mode, you don't have any radar. It doesn't show you where the enemy is. And then not only do you have a little visual indicator, but the audio enhancement. There's an audio enhancement feature that helps you hear the lightest sounds, and those lightest sounds you want to hear. Those are enemy footsteps. Okay, or maybe they're calling in a radio for an airstrike. I don't know, but we're real excited to try that. It says there's a LAN guard surge protection. I know a lot of you probably would not get excited about that. I am, believe it or not, because my last motherboard got an issue where it would clock down to, it was a gigabit Ethernet connection, and it would clock down to only 10 megabits per second. Do you have any idea how slow that is? That is somewhere around dial-up speeds. And so it was embarrassing if someone used my PC and the internet was super slow. So what I think happened is I think that, you know, considering the motherboard is from 2009, there could have been some damage done to my LAN, or it could have also been a glitch in the board. In whatever case, I'm hoping that the LAN guard surge protection will prevent that from happening again. And so let's see, that's a lot of info about the motherboard, probably more than you care to hear. I like it, but that's okay. You know what? If I get some followers, I'll stream some games, and I promise you, it'll be more exciting. So the processor is the FX8350 Black Edition. Some specs of that is it's the 32 nanometer Vishera 125 watts. It's 8 megs L3 cache, 4 times 2 megabits of L2 cache, 8 cores, 34-bit support and virtualization support. And then we already mentioned it's Black Edition, so it has overclock features. And so, you know, I'm just real excited that I actually got these for just a hair above $200 on Newegg. The processor and the motherboard is a combo. I think that's not a bad upgrade. I almost spent well over $1,000 on the latest DDR4 um, technology, but I think I'm going to wait a little bit. I think it's too new. It's real expensive. It's really competitive right now. Everything is new, so if we just wait another year, it'll be cheaper and better. They still have to iron out all the kinks on that technology. All right, I don't really want to go already. I'm real excited about my first stream, but I think it's time to say goodbye. So I'm gonna see if I can start putting this guy on tonight. So yeah, good night.